I'll extend it out a little bit. There's people that work here, they'll sit here and tell stories. They were telling stories about this in here, where it's like prototype motor or something like that on that one, where how it's side to side instead of front and back. It's like one or two made. It's cool shit. Chocolate bread. $1936. Good Lord.
That's what a 1939 Indian Ford sounds like. Now, if you notice, I was using the left hand as the throttle. From 1904 to 1954, Indians were always left-handed throttle, right-handed shifter, and a heel-to-go foot clutch with a rocker tip. Now, 1901, 2, and 3, you couldn't even put two hands on the handlebars at all to go down the road because it was set up more like a bicycle, so the gas tank was actually part of the rear fender. They called it the camelback style. So, right here on the bar that comes across like a bicycle, there was this little trigger mechanism. One hand or the other had to use that to run your throttle. That was your throttle.
Oh,
one
wow.
hand here, one hand here, didn't matter. But 1904, the Hendy and Hedstrom, the makers of Indian, decided that they wanted a twist grip throttle on it. They didn't care which side it was, but they wanted to put two hands on the handlebars to be safer going down the road. So, at the same time in 1904, when that was happening, the police department come up to Indian and asked them to make a motorcycle that they could run down runaway horses, because there were still horses and buggies on the road. So, with a lasso, in their dominant hand, they could rope the horse and control the horse and still ride the motorcycle down the road, and they could pull their service weapon with their right hand and run the motorcycle as well. So, everybody was right-handed back in the old days. Whether you liked it or not, they forced you to be right-handed. That actually started to slip in the 50s and 60s, but before that, everybody was right-handed. So that's when it started, and then every other American-made motorcycle was always 180-degree right-handed throttle, left-handed shifter, and a toe-to-go foot clutch. Harley Davidson and every other American-made motorcycle always like that. Indians were the only ones that were left-handed. This was one of the most reliable motorcycles on the road as well. 77 cubic inch engines, about 1,300 cc. Was $100 more than a Harley at the time. So $400 or $500 maybe you would have got one of these motorcycles. But like I said, about $100 more than the Harley at the time. So this would have been great for a short man or a woman to ride, as you see how low the seat sits, right? Well, it's 2 inches high on a rear stand too, so it goes down a few more inches, so it would have been perfect. Height change. Thank you all for coming in. Enjoy yourself. Y'all have any questions? I'll probably
Come back in. You ain't got the stuff in your battery.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get, but you still got to stop and change them out.
Yeah, it's a DJI Mini 3.
Yeah.
I got damn 7 batteries. Then it's got the I don't have the follow me on it, but I can still fly it up. It's got GPS. I got the big remote.
Yeah.
I got some cool videos.
Yeah, I bet.
How you doing? Started at, like what I got is got all the amenities on it. Yeah, that's the hill climb.
You get where I'm confused, right? You got a prop put it up there.
Oh.
About as good as it looks right now. Now come and check this out. You want to see something real cool now. These scallops that Matt did in this is all silver leafed in. This design that you're seeing all down the bike, it's not just random. If you look in the front, it's the laughing Indian. And it's his hair, all done in silver leaf in this pearl paint job.
And that's John Deal's, ain't it?
And that's beautiful. Huh?
It's John Deal's, right?
Yeah. So the guy that does all the paint for all of our bikes here at the museum is John Dills. All of our Raptor bikes and everything. Him and Matt did this together, so he did all the paint.
Cool shit.
All this is silver leaf laid in. There's enough metal flakes in this pearl paint job to put 3 Cadillacs together. Matt wanted it so sparkly and shiny that it
so many bikes here, you can't take a picture of everything.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that shit's cool.
To me, it's like driving a truck.
That's awesome.
No, I don't think you can. But it's like the world.
There's no cars, so you got to put your foot down.
They dropped it one time.
I bet it took them a hard time picking it up.
Yeah, it did. time I've been. There's a couple. Last time I was here, that platform wasn't there. Anything you can think of on it.
Probably all sold
There's no parade. That's a fucking sports promotion. That's the racing B-Rod. So much shit, it's hard to see everything.